They don't want to be uplifted. So stop trying. Save all that greatness and positive energy for yourself, not them, because they don't know what to do with it. All right. Not everybody wants to be great. Not everybody wants to be motivated. Not everybody wants to change. And not everyone wants to do something more with their life than they're already doing. I know you want to do your best, and that's a very honorable thing. But as far as other people doing their best and realizing the greatness within themselves, you're going to have to let them do that on their own. All right. I know you want to bring some people with you. I know you want some other people to get on the success bandwagon. I know you see some positive things in others and you like them to utilize their gifts because you can see the greatness within themselves. You can see the greatness in them just lying dormant. All right. And you want them to be able to find something that they can go be great at. Find something that they can leave their mark and let the world know that they were here and this is what they did. But not everyone wants that level of greatness. Not everyone wants to achieve such things. All right? Greatness isn't for everyone. Being someone isn't for everyone. And just because you don't choose to be someone or recognized as something doesn't mean you're a nobody. People may not know you, but it doesn't mean you're a nobody. You may not be known for something, but it doesn't mean you're a nobody. So, not everyone wants success. That's a hard pill to swallow. And that's why you'll see people who are trying to get you to stop working towards your success. People are people are easily hurt today by people who want to do better than they already are. All right. People get the idea of, maybe being left behind or maybe being outshined or outdone. But it's supposed to be a torch being passed. It's not supposed to be a I'm better than you, you're better than me kind of thing. Each one teach one. And it's supposed to be torches that are passed. One generation passes the torch to the next. It's not one generation, look down on the next. That's not how it's supposed to be. But you'll have people that will feel some type of way that you're taking your skills, you're taking the things that you're good at, and you're using it to empower yourself so that you could live a better life. And if you're like me, I know that you want to live the life that you are always meant to live, and there's nothing that can stop you. But what will stop you is trying to bring other people along the way. They may not want to go, and you can't waste your time trying to make them. All right, success is not for everyone. Not everyone wants to be successful. Not everyone wants to win. Not everyone has found something within themselves to be good at. All right, it just so happens that you were blessed to come across a skill, to come across something that you knew you were going to need to do, and you most likely have been doing it with a sense of urgency since you could remember. And that's just not everybody's style. That's just not everybody's forte. All right. Other people want to do other things and they're entitled to, and they're not any lesser and you're not any better because of it. All right. And that's another thing. Make sure that, you don't go around thinking that you're better than other people just because you're doing something with your life that's different, that's going to allow you to have a better life. Just enjoy the fact that you're doing something different and your life is going to change. Don't allow that to make you feel like you're better than others. All right. Sometimes, you might have to check yourself on that because it feels good to do things that, you see other people aren't doing because, you're putting in a lot of work and it might get to your head. But as long as you could keep yourself in check and not let yourself get to the point to where, you're being arrogant, be confident, but arrogance is like cringy. It's like that weird level of confidence. It just makes people like want to back up from you, you know. Arrogance is like when people think they're killing it and crushing it, but only in their own mind. All right. Yeah, that's arrogance for you. So we're definitely not that. But you know, it's sad to see other people try to tell you that you shouldn't go do things when you know you have the potential to be better than you already are, and you can see their potential, but they're not doing anything with it. It's like, it's scary. It really is scary. You have all the time in the world to become something, to do something. You may have to put in more time than you would like, but it's all about the grind. You either want to be it or you don't. And some people, they just don't want to be it. So the amount of work that it actually takes, studying, figuring out, failing, succeeding, failing again, succeeding, thinking you got it, it's garbage, it's not right, it's wrong, it's terrible. You still got to try again because you're not giving up. A lot of people, they're like, that is a lot of wear and tear on a person. But once you get through that, and you know, you get to the point to where you can start to see results, that's when it gets exciting. When you can start to hear you getting better, when you can start to see you getting better, when you feel that you're getting better, that's when it gets exciting, because you could pick it up, and by this time you could just do you and go as hard as you want. You can go as ham as you want. You can create as much as you want, and there's nothing stopping you. But other people don't have that mindset. So they may not want to be motivated. They may not want to be great. They may not want to work hard. They may not want to go in like you. All right. Not everyone has a vision. You have a vision of how your life is supposed to be. And you're willing to work and grind and go as hard as you need to go for you to be able to acquire that lifestyle. All right. There's nothing wrong with a person that wants to get theirs. And you have every right to create the life that you want, to create your own reality, to remove yourself from this matrix, to put yourself above the version of yourself you no longer want to be. You're becoming your best version. And that's something that not everybody wants to take the time to do. So you have to keep your motivation to yourself. All right, save your motivation for yourself, because you could be casting your pearls among swine in terms of putting out energy to someone else to try to get them to get up and go do something that they're never going to get up and go do. You have to be able to keep that energy for you, use that energy for what you need to get done, so that way you can stay motivated. Because I mean, there may be enough motivation to go around, but I don't want to find out if there's not. All right, so save that energy for yourself. Save the positive videos for yourself. Save the books for yourself. Save the knowledge for yourself. Save the motivation for yourself, the upliftment for yourself. They don't want to be uplifted. Some people are okay where they're at. And it's like, yo, I know, like, people, once they get comfortable, some people don't want to do anymore. Some people don't want to go above and beyond. And I'm not mad at them. All right. I'm not mad at them, but some people, they want to do something bad enough, and they're willing to keep going at it until they could create their own reality and live their dream. And to be able to live your dream is a very powerful thing. It will alter your state of mind, and it will place you in a dream world. All right, it will place you in your own reality. That's what the Matrix is doing. The Matrix is set here to try to remove you from the state of mind to where you'll fully depend on the God in you, the power and the presence of God in you. The Matrix is basically set in place of the life that you're actually supposed to have. You're supposed to be creating your own life and creating your own reality, but the Matrix is in place to distract you from doing that. The Matrix is in place to keep you held down and keep you focused, and try to weigh you down on things that don't matter, keep you focused on things that aren't important, celebrities, world events. Like, you're your own celebrity. You're supposed to be your own celebrity. you're supposed to focus on your own world. That's all you can do anyway. If you're doing enough in your life for yourself in your own reality, then the world that we live in will not have much effect on you. All right. Like if you are making things happen for yourself, if you are learning how to provide for yourself, learning how to do for yourself, that's the one thing people could talk about, Muslim brothers all they want, bean pie this, assalamu alaikum that. The one thing that you have to give their credit to Muslims is that they will do for themselves. This man has had his son. They were all wearing suits. He had his truck. He had the lawnmower in the back. He had to get it how he was getting it, but he was out there. He had his newspapers. He was selling his bean pies and oils and stuff like that. I supported him, of course, but he had his kids saying, do for self. And, he may not, people may think that, man, you got your kids out here doing this and all this other stuff. But if someone had done that for him, maybe he would have a whole business by now. So the fact that he's putting in his children's mind to do for self is a very powerful thing. Their dad, people may look, and I don't know what that man had. All I'm looking at is the situation. I'm not looking at them like this, but somebody might look at them and be like, oh, okay, they're in a predicament or they're in a situation. You don't know that. You don't know that they could have however much they got and still just be out there hustling and grinding. But it's important to do for yourself. That's the one thing you can't take away from them, is that they will do for themselves. They will make plates, they'll sell oils, they'll do whatever they have to do, all right, by any means necessary. So you have to take that and apply that to your goal. You have to take that and apply that to your business. You have to take that and apply that to your life some way, somehow, by any means necessary. I'm going to keep myself motivated by any means necessary. I'm going to keep myself uplifted by any means necessary. I'm going to make my dream become a reality. It's not over until I win. It's not over until I win. I wish I could sit there and you know what? I rebuke that. I don't wish I could. I definitely don't wish I could. I will struggle until I make it. Praise God. I will work hard until I get there. I'll fake it till I make it if I have to. All right, but I'll fake it in the sense of uplifting myself. All right. And if you have to believe something, you have to believe a lie. LIE. You can't spell believe without it. When you go to do something, you have to tell yourself that you're the best at it. When you go to do something, you have to feel that you're the best at it. You have to know that you're the best at it. You have to think that can't nobody F with me when it comes to this, even if they can, and even if you're straight garbage or trash. You got to have that, not toxically, but man, that ain't better than mine, in a healthy competition kind of way. All right. But what you're saying is not hurting anyone. You're not stopping anyone. You're not getting in anybody's way. You're not trying to sabotage them in any kind of way. So you ain't got to worry about that. They're not going to take that to offense. They're just going to, they may not understand, but most likely they will. They'll see it as you just keeping a positive mind state. People who can be optimistic about working towards something and becoming something are usually more prone to become successful at something, because that optimistic mindset is what's going to help you push you through. It's going to help you get to your breakthrough. All right. If a person doesn't have an optimistic mindset, they may never get to their breakthrough because of all the trials and the tribulations and the things you're going to have to triumph over and get over. All right. The things you're going to have to overcome. Not everybody is built for that. Some people are just okay with where they're at and what they're doing, and that's fine. I'm not coming at anyone, but the thing is, don't you come at me for wanting to go above and beyond. Don't you come at me for wanting to be an overachiever. Don't you come at me for being a believer. Don't you come at me for believing in myself, which is believing in God by default. If you believe in yourself, you are believing in God, because he already gave us everything that we need. Only thing we need to do is pray for things to work out and go right, and pray for us to go right and work out. All right. In more ways than one. So, God already gave us everything that we need. And I know you want to see people do their best, because you know how much of a waste it is to let your life go and not do what you want to do with it. But, some people are doing what they want to do with it in a sense. And that's good. You know, they've worked, they got themselves in a comfortable place. Why do anything more? But you know, you are hungry. You know that you can create your own reality. There are things that you see for yourself. There are things that you want to experience, things that you want to do, places you want to go, you know. So you're different. All right. You're not settling for less. You don't want the average lifestyle. You want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, go where you want to go, eat all kinds of different exotic foods, to all kinds of different exotic places, go on vacations, you know, buy expensive things. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you don't let the money have you, as long as you don't let things have you, as long as you don't make materials and worship them and make materials your God, you're fine. God wouldn't have put materials here and resources here for things to be made if we weren't supposed to have things. All right, money and things are supposed to work for you. Everybody put that in the comments. Money and things are supposed to work for me. Comment that down below. All right, not everybody wants to be motivated. You know, they don't want to be brought to the mountaintop. They don't want to be brought to the promised land. They don't want a better existence here on this earth. They're okay with the one that they currently have. You know, and yo, who are we? Who are we to try to tell people that they need to be doing better or that they can do better? All right, you know, somebody come up to you telling you need to do better, you might slap them upside the face. You do better with that. You know, um, it's not our place. So, but what is our place is to maintain our level of positivity, our level of growth, our level of mental fortitude, stay resilient and brilliant. All right. To be able to manifest our desires. All right. There's nothing wrong with wanting to manifest your desires. God already knows what's in your heart. God already knows what you want. All right. So just, you know, keep grinding, keep working, stay motivated, keep getting things done. All right. Keep finishing projects. All right. If you, even if it's terrible, right? Finish the product, finish the project. Even if it's bad, you're taking your mind through a process. It's eventually going to get better. Most people, they can't get through the process. You can't deny the process. There's a process when it comes to doing things. You have to do something in order to become successful. When you see people who have things, you see people who do things. When you see people who don't have things, you see someone who hasn't done anything, or they haven't done something yet. So even if you haven't done anything, you want to make sure, you want to put yourself in a position to where you can do things for yourself in the future. That's what it's all about. You take your day, you take your time, you do something with your life, so that way you're setting yourself up for future field positions, so that way you can have something. If you do something, you can have something. It's all about your mindset. It's all about your mindset, because that's going to determine your grind set. All right. Your mindset determines your grind set. And I know you got the mindset for the grind set. You got the right mindset for the right grind set. I know you've got some skills. Keep working on your skills. All right. Let everybody else develop their skills, whether they do or whether they don't. Don't let that be your problem. Somebody may be a mean singer. They may be playing around with it. You hear them walking through the neighborhood, just a singing, just a singing fool. You know, they could hit all these notes and they don't want to do anything with it. You know, maybe they're afraid of some industry stuff, you know, but there's nothing to be afraid of. All you have to do is do what the Muslim brothers do. Do for yourself. All right. You can create your own record company. Look at Rollo. You know, he went about it kind of in a interesting way, but you know, you could work at McDonald's. You could work as a paper filer. You could work as a security guard. You could work at the front desk. You could be a nurse, a doctor. You could be whatever you want and still pursue any other kind of goal that you want. All right, don't let a job stop you from pursuing your goal. Don't let you not being what you are, what you want to be right now, stop you from pursuing your goal. Don't let overthinking stop you from pursuing your goal. Don't let, you know, you not looking like, you not sounding like, you not being like, you think you can't do it. You know, don't let negative thoughts corrupt your mind and stop you from pursuing your goal. You have everything that it takes. You have everything that you need to become successful right here and right now where you're at. All you have to do is get to work and start developing your skills. Even if you don't have the right equipment, you may not have the right equipment. All right. You may not have everything you need. You may not, have all the skills that you need. But skills can be developed, but they can only be developed by someone that develops them. They can only be developed by somebody that's willing to take the time out and carve out, a little bit of time out their day to work towards becoming what they want. And some people, they don't want to manage their time. All right, you got 24 hours in a day. You can't take 4 of those hours and work towards a common goal for yourself. If you could take 4 hours out the 24 hours, I don't even care if it's 1 hour here, 1 hour there, 1 hour there, 1 hour there. If you could dedicate some time to something that you want to do and something that you want to be, I guarantee you it'll change your life. And opportunities will start rolling in, money will start rolling in. The right people for all the right reasons will start rolling in, and your life will just become something incredible because it's something that you created. Everybody wants the life that they of their dreams. Everybody wants the life of their dreams. Everybody wants to be successful. People could say they don't, but I know they do. We know they do. We know they want to become successful. All right. And, like I said, success is not for everybody, whether they think it's not, whether they tell themselves it's not, whether they manipulate themselves in a way to where they think it's not. Hey, it's none of our business. And, it's none of our Quiznatod business. Shout out to Key and Peele. It ain't none of my Quiznatod business. All right. That was a football player on the team when they were yelling out all the crazy football names. If you need a laugh, go on YouTube, check out Key and Peele, the football episode when they were yelling out all the names and stuff. That was hilarious. Shout out to Key and Peele for the episodes that I can watch. I will. All right. But man, not everybody wants to be motivated. All right. Some people aren't motivated, won't be motivated until, a dire situation comes, a dire consequence comes. All right. Les Brown was talking about his friend, and, it ain't none of my business, but he was impotent. You know what I'm saying? His third leg didn't work. So what happened was, he had to change his diet, had to change his lifestyle, had to start working out. Les Brown said he ain't seen that man hit the gym that much since they played football back in high school. So, it's different things come to people at different times. All right, not everybody's going to be motivated until, something's on the line. And, that man had something on the line and he didn't want to lose it. All right. So, people are motivated by different things. People are, people are inspired by different things. So focus on what inspires you, focus on what motivates you, and allow yourself to just go gung-ho with something. Whether you draw, make clothes, make jewelry, whatever it is that you do, find a way to find a way to amass a certain level of skill, so that way you could become the best at it. You could be the greatest at it. Like Muhammad Ali said, I am the greatest. What's the point of doing something and not becoming great at it? What's the point of doing something and not giving it your all? What's the point of doing something and not doing the best you can do with it? I'm only doing something because I know I'm going to be the best at it, and I know I'm going to be great at it. And that's why I want to do it. Because if I can't be great at it, if I can't do my best at it, why bother? And I'm not going to not do my best just because somebody else is not doing their best. So watch out for people who are underachievers. All right, you might not be able to motivate them, but don't let them sabotage you. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. If they won't let you bring them up, don't let them bring you down. All right, we going in today. All right, I gotta bring out my prayer cloth. All right, praise God. We in here sweating for the Lord, okay? But I'm definitely about to cut this video short because I don't feel like taking another shower, and it is starting to get a little hot in here. Hot in here. All right. But everybody doesn't want to be uplifted, so stop trying. Save all that greatness and positive energy for yourself and not them, because they simply just don't deserve it. But I'll tell you who does. Why? Oh, you. All right. You owe it to yourself. I'll see you in the next video. in a lot cooler environment. We out.